As we enter the later chapters of life, it's no longer about chasing endless goals, but about cherishing peace, nurturing meaningful connections, and taking care of ourselves, mind, body, and soul. But here's something we often overlook. The people we surround ourselves with can either uplift us or quietly drain our joy. Yes, even family can fall into this category. At 45 and beyond, life is too precious to spend on relationships that chip away at your well-being. Protecting your emotional health isn't selfish. It's an act of wisdom, a commitment to living your best years with dignity and clarity. Some people are sources of light and laughter, while others, they're like dark clouds raining on your peace. In this video, we'll uncover 5 types of people you must avoid as you age, even if they've been a part of your life for decades. Remember, your well-being is not a negotiable asset. It's the foundation of a fulfilling life. If this resonates with you, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more life-changing Stoic insights. Let's prioritize peace and build a future worth savoring. Shall we begin? 1. The manipulator. As you step into the golden years of life, the value of peace and emotional balance becomes more precious than ever. Yet there's one type of person who can shatter that tranquility: the manipulator. These individuals don't present themselves as obvious villains. Instead, they hide behind a facade of needing help or affection, appealing to your nurturing instincts, especially if you've spent a lifetime as the supportive pillar for others. Initially, their dependence might seem harmless, even endearing, but over time it evolves into a toxic reliance that drains you physically and emotionally. Imagine you're enjoying a serene morning, reading a book and sipping tea when the phone rings. It's an old friend asking for a little favor. Maybe they need help running errands or someone to house sit. At first you think it's just a small sacrifice, not a big deal, but soon these requests become more frequent. You notice a pattern. They only reach out when they need something, and if you say no, they make you feel guilty, subtly implying that you're selfish or unkind. This is the hallmark of a manipulator. Manipulators are masters of wielding guilt as a weapon. They make you believe their needs are urgent and that saying no is letting them down. But remember, saying no is not cruel, it's self-preservation. Your time, energy, and emotions are not limitless resources. They deserve to be protected. Boundaries are the antidote to manipulation. By setting clear limits, you reclaim control over your life. If someone frequently asks for favors, try responding with, "I'm sorry, but I can't help this time." You don't need to explain or justify further. Your boundaries are valid simply because they protect your peace. Ask yourself, does this person enrich my life, or do they take more than they give? Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and care, not one-sided obligations. If someone's presence consistently leaves you feeling drained or resentful, it might be time to reevaluate their role in your life. In your golden years, letting go of the fear of disappointing others is essential. Your kindness is a gift, not a resource to be exploited. Surround yourself with people who genuinely respect and value you. Saying no to manipulators is saying yes to your own happiness and peace. And that's a choice worth making every time. 2. The self-absorbed, the narcissist. As we age, we hope to build meaningful connections, relationships that bring empathy and genuine value. But not all connections enrich our lives. Some people, consumed by their own egos, overshadow everyone around them. They prioritize themselves so much that they leave no room for anyone else, making relationships with them feel like you're invisible. Imagine sitting down with a family member or friend to share a cherished story from your past. Just as you get to the best part, they interrupt to steer the conversation toward their own experiences. You try again, hoping this time they'll listen, but once more they shift the focus back to themselves. Over time, you realize this isn't a coincidence. It's a pattern. These individuals turn every conversation into their personal stage, making you feel like nothing more than a blurry backdrop in their story. Narcissists often don't realize the harm they're causing. They crave attention and affirmation so intensely that they fail to notice the emotional impact on those around them. For older adults, this can be particularly painful. After a lifetime of rich experiences, you deserve to share your stories, wisdom, and feelings with people who truly care. But with narcissists, that space is almost non-existent. Be cautious. Initially, their charm can be disarming, making it easy to overlook their selfish tendencies. Over time, though, their lack of empathy and genuine support becomes glaringly obvious. They may dismiss your achievements, belittle your struggles, or outright ignore your needs, all while expecting you to celebrate and cater to theirs. So how can you deal with someone like this? Boundaries are essential. This doesn't necessarily mean cutting them out of your life, though in some cases it might. But it does mean limiting their ability to dominate your time and energy. If they constantly interrupt you, gently steer the conversation back. I'd like to finish what I was saying first. If they dismiss your feelings, calmly assert, I hear you, but this moment is important to me. Remember, their behavior is not a reflection of your worth. Narcissists often lack the ability to truly see or value others, but that doesn't diminish the importance of what you bring to the table. Surround yourself with people who uplift and celebrate you, friends, family, or community members who genuinely care about your thoughts and experiences. These are the relationships that will nurture your soul and make your golden years truly golden. Letting go of the need to please a narcissist can be incredibly liberating. It allows you to focus on relationships that matter, those built on mutual empathy and respect. Life is too precious, especially at this stage, to waste on one-sided connections. By prioritizing yourself, you not only find peace, but also set the standard for how others should treat you. And that is the foundation of a fulfilling life, especially in these treasured years. 3. The critic. As we age, life should be filled with peace and pride in the journey we've traveled. Yet critics, those who constantly find fault, whether unintentionally or on purpose, can shake your confidence and steal your joy. These individuals often hide behind the guise of concern or constructive feedback. But their words are sharp needles, slipping into your thoughts and leaving emotional scars. Imagine an evening where you're sharing a cherished memory with your family. Before you can finish, someone interrupts. You should have done it this way instead. Small criticisms like these may seem harmless, but over time they build up into a heavy wall of judgment. You may have worked a lifetime to create a meaningful life, but these critics make you feel as if none of it is good enough. Here's the truth. Their words often say more about them than about you. Many critics project their insecurities and fears onto others, using criticism as a way to avoid confronting their flaws. However, understanding this doesn't erase the sting. Protecting your peace requires learning how to process these opinions with clarity. Ask yourself, is this criticism constructive? Does it come from a place of care and respect? If the answer is no, let it go. For example, if someone constantly critiques how you choose to spend your retirement, say by taking art classes, respond calmly but firmly. I appreciate your concern, but I'm very happy with my choice. This simple response not only sets a boundary, but also reinforces your autonomy. Remember, not every opinion deserves your attention. Negative words only have power if you grant it. Surround yourself with those who genuinely care and uplift you. Perhaps it's a friend in your yoga class or a supportive group at your local community center. These relationships are like rays of sunlight, dissolving the clouds of judgment. Stoic philosophy reminds us that our self-worth doesn't come from others' opinions, but from how we see and value ourselves. Don't let the critics' voices dim the light in your story. Instead, focus on people who appreciate and uplift you and activities that bring you joy. Ultimately, critics' opinions cannot diminish your worth. Let go of their negativity and live a life of confidence and peace. You deserve it. Your journey has been built on resilience and love, and that is far more valuable than any judgment they can offer. 4. The irresponsible. In the golden years of your life, you deserve to enjoy the peace and freedom you've worked so hard to achieve. But irresponsible individuals, whether they're friends, family members, or acquaintances, can disrupt this balance. They pull you into their chaos, leaving you to deal with the fallout of their poor decisions. These individuals don't just drain your time and energy, they leave you feeling exhausted, frustrated, and sometimes helpless. Imagine sitting in your garden, soaking in the warmth of the sun, and enjoying the gentle chirping of birds. Suddenly, your phone rings. It's a family member asking for urgent help, perhaps with their rent. You agree, feeling that you're doing the right thing. But the weeks pass, and the calls keep coming. Each time, there's a new reason, a new emergency. You start to realize that their promises of "this is the last time" are just empty words. Irresponsible people don't just neglect their own responsibilities, they shift the consequences onto you. They often exploit your compassion, especially if you've played a supportive role in their life. But Stoic philosophy reminds us that kindness doesn't mean sacrificing yourself endlessly. As Marcus Aurelius said, true freedom lies in mastering your own actions. By constantly rescuing these individuals, you deny them the opportunity to grow, learn from their mistakes, and take responsibility. So how do you handle this? Setting clear boundaries is the first step. For instance, if someone regularly asks for financial help, respond politely but firmly. "I'm sorry, but I can't assist this time. Perhaps you can explore other options." This response not only protects your resources, but also encourages them to confront their situation. Feelings of guilt are often used as a tactic, making you believe that refusing help means you don't care. But remember, genuine care can take many forms. Offering advice, emotional support, or simply being present without carrying their burdens for them. Your golden years aren't meant for carrying the weight of others' irresponsibility. They're a time to enjoy, explore, and live authentically. By prioritizing your own needs and peace of mind, you not only safeguard your emotional well-being, but also create space for others to grow. Saying no isn't selfish. It's an act of respect for yourself. Letting go of the need to fix everything for others frees you from unnecessary burdens and serves as a powerful reminder that you're not responsible for it all. These years are yours. Use them to live fully and find joy in the freedom you've earned. 5. The ungrateful. In the golden years of life, one of the greatest joys is the ability to give, whether it's your time, wisdom, or simply the love you've cultivated over decades. There's a profound satisfaction in knowing that your efforts and sacrifices have made someone's life a little better. But few things are as painful as the cold silence of ingratitude. When your kindness goes unnoticed, or worse, is met with criticism, it can leave you feeling undervalued, disheartened, and even doubting your own worth. The ungrateful have a way of diminishing the joy of giving. Imagine spending hours preparing a holiday meal for your family, pouring love into every dish, only to hear complaints like, "This doesn't taste the same as before," or worse, being met with indifferent silence, as if your effort was simply expected. Or picture rearranging your schedule to help a friend in need, only to receive a lukewarm thanks that feels more like an afterthought. What makes ingratitude so painful is not just the lack of acknowledgement, but the message it sends, that your time, effort, and care are not valued. Over time, this lack of appreciation can weigh heavily on your heart, turning moments that should bring joy and connection into reminders of neglect. But here's an important truth. Someone else's ingratitude does not reflect your worth. Their inability to recognize your efforts says more about their shortcomings than it does about the value of what you've given. You deserve to be surrounded by people who see and appreciate the love and generosity you bring to the world. Dealing with ungrateful individuals requires self-awareness, confidence, and courage. Start by acknowledging your own feelings. Allow yourself to feel the hurt and disappointment without brushing it aside. It's natural to feel let down when someone doesn't appreciate you. Those feelings are valid. But what's even more important is how you choose to respond. Take a moment to evaluate the relationship. Is this a recurring pattern of ingratitude? Does this person enrich your life, or do they consistently take more than they give? If the answer is no, it may be time to set boundaries. This doesn't necessarily mean cutting them out of your life entirely, but rather limiting the time and energy you're willing to invest. For instance, if a family member consistently fails to acknowledge your efforts, consider scaling back the lengths you go to meet their needs. Focus instead on what brings you joy and fulfillment. If they question the change in your behavior, you might calmly explain, "I've realized I need to focus on the things that make me happy." This isn't about punishing them, but about protecting yourself. Another essential practice is redirecting your energy toward those who truly value you. Spend time with friends, neighbors, or community members who respond to your kindness with gratitude and warmth. These are the people who will uplift you and remind you of the beauty of giving. Their appreciation will nurture your spirit, making every act of generosity worthwhile. It's also helpful to reflect on why you give in the first place. Genuine generosity doesn't stem from a need for recognition. It comes from love and care. By focusing on the joy you feel in giving rather than the response you receive, you can find peace even in the face of ingratitude. However, this doesn't mean tolerating disrespect or exploitation. Your kindness is a gift, not an obligation, and it should be treated as such. As you move forward, take time to celebrate your own efforts. Acknowledge the love, thoughtfulness, and care you pour into everything you do, whether or not others recognize it. Your acts of kindness reflect the strength and beauty within you, something no one can take away. Stoic philosophy teaches us that our value does not come from how others perceive us, but from how we perceive ourselves. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Do not let what you cannot control harm you." Ingratitude, while hurtful, does not define you. Only you can define yourself. By choosing to focus on those who appreciate you and setting boundaries with those who do not, you not only protect your peace, but preserve the joy of giving. Your golden years should not be burdened by the weight of others' neglect, but filled with respect and gratitude for the incredible person you are and the contributions you've made. As we enter the later chapters of life, our priorities naturally shift. Instead of chasing distant goals, we yearn for peace, meaningful connections, and a sense of fulfillment. This is the time to treasure the moments and relationships that truly matter. Taking care of your emotional well-being is not just a good idea, it's essential. The people you allow into your life can either uplift you or weigh you down. Recognizing the value of your relationships and setting boundaries with those who drain your energy is not selfish, it's self-preservation. Distancing yourself from toxic individuals, whether they are manipulative, selfish, critical, or ungrateful, is an act of love for yourself. Doing so gives you the freedom to focus on relationships that bring warmth and mutual respect into your life. You've spent decades nurturing, supporting, and sacrificing for others. Now is the time to extend that same care to yourself. Take pride in the life you've built, the lessons you've learned, and the challenges you've overcome. Don't let the negativity of others overshadow the beauty of your journey. Choose to fill your remaining years with relationships that honor your value and respect your boundaries. This is your time to embrace what truly matters. Family love, the companionship of true friends, or the quiet satisfaction of cherished moments. Let go of the need to fix or adapt to those who exhaust you, and instead celebrate the people and experiences that energize you. Your life is too precious to waste on relationships that don't nourish your soul. Remember, your happiness is your responsibility, and your peace is your legacy. By carefully selecting the people you allow into your life, you create a sanctuary of love, respect, and fulfillment. A space where you can truly thrive and enjoy every moment of this beautiful journey. These lessons are here to inspire you to live fully and authentically. I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one insight you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support one another on this journey. If this video resonated with you, please comment yes. If not, feel free to comment with a 0. Your feedback means so much to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching. This is how you live life your way.